let us discuss the balanced and unbalanced force. From our common experience, we know that more than one force act on the object at the same time. Effect of these all forces on the object that would be due to the net force acting on it. To understand, let us discuss the activity number 4. In this activities, we see in this picture both boys applying the force in the same direction. So box is moving in the direction of applied force. In the second picture, both boys apply the same force from the opposite direction. So box does not move in any directions. In first case, there is a unbalanced force is acting. In second case, there is a balanced force is acting. So it is shown that when the unbalanced force acting on the object, it changes its speed or direction or both at the same time. Now there is a unbalanced force is acting in the same direction combined by addition. In this box, if 10 Newton force and 5 Newton force is acting in the same direction, then the net force acting on the object is 15 Newton in the same direction. In the second case, when the two forces acting from the opposite directions have the unequal magnitude, they are combined by subtraction. The net force is equal to the difference between the two forces and is exerted in the direction of larger force. For example, if 10 Newton force is acting from one side and 5 Newton force is acting from the other side, then the net force is acting on the object is 5 Newton in the direction of larger force. In the given example of tug of war, weaker team is always get pulled towards the stronger teams. This is an example of unbalanced force. Similarly, in a game of tug of war, when both the team pulls the rope with equal and opposite forces, rope remains the stationary. The net force act on the object is 0. We call such a pair of forces as a balanced force. Now we try to squeeze a rubber ball between over your palms by applying nearly the same force from the both sides. As the force applied are equal and opposite, the net force is almost 0. It does not move the ball but can deform it. So in this case also, balanced force is acting on the object. So we conclude that when balanced force act on the object, there is no change in the state of rest or motion of object. There may be cause a change in the size and shape of object. Whereas when unbalanced force act on the object, it leads to change in the state of rest or motion as well as change in the size or shape of the object. Balanced and unbalanced force. When force applied from one side of the table is more than the other, then the table is moving in the side of larger force. This is the example of unbalanced force. When force applied from both sides of the table is same, the table does not move in any direction. This is the example of balanced force.